Hello students, welcome back to another session of object-oriented programming. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the math class. So it's one of the class available in the Java utility class that is in the library. Okay. So there are mathematical functions available, so which can be accessed through the math class. Okay. So the math class is also a part of Java long package, so we need not to import this package since it is a default package. Okay, the important methods we placed here, absolute value. So this is absolute value, so it is always going to return the positive value. Even if you give negative value, it will take it to positive value. There is a ceiling value. Ceiling means it is always a round up value. So whatever the value you are giving, it is going to be a round up. Flooring mean is always round down. Okay, is going to take the down value. Maximum of two values. So if you are going to give value 1 and value 2, which one is the maximum? Larger value will be identified out. And the same way, minimum of two different numbers. So value 1 and value 2 you are going to give. So it is going to check which one is a smaller value. Power. So we will have base value with the exponent value. So it will find the power of this number based on the exponent. A random number, always generate the random number between 0 to 1. So it can be any value between 0 to 1. Every time the value will be randomly generated. We have square root value. So square root of any number you want to find, we can use SQRT method. So these are the important methods. So mainly the math class is a static method. It is going to provide the static method. Okay, math class is going to provide the static method. So we need not to create an object for this class. So static method can be directly called by using the class name. So no need to create an object for this class. Okay, we can say for example method name math class dot method name, and with whatever the argument we have. For example, we can say math class dot square root. We can say whatever the parameter. For example, 121 we are saying the parameter argument is going to be written by 11. Okay, the answer can be 11 here. So this is what if you are going to call the method in the direct print line. So no need to create the object for the math class since it is providing a static method. Okay, all methods are static methods. So without creating object, we can use through the what we call class name. So class name dot method name we can say, and we can pass the argument. Okay, this will return the value 11. Okay, the same way we can access any different methods. Okay, also we can able to process different values by concatenating value or by adding the value. For example, you say it is not concatenating, it's summation. It is going to make a summation addition. Okay, if you are going to process any values with the math method, you have math method here, you have math method here. Even these two methods can be worked with some arithmetic operation here. What is the minimum of this one? 3 here. Plus what is the absolute value is minus 50 you are giving me, it will take it to the 50. So 50 plus 3 is 53 you will get in the answer here as in the double here. So 53.0 will be there because since it is declared as a double, we will get 53.0. So in this way we can work with the math class. So let me let me show the demonstration. So we'll see one by one here. I already prepared the project. In this I'm going to demonstrate the math class. So for that I'm going to have print line. So system.out.print line. I'm going to have this is for absolute value. So absolute value I'm going to have. For example, I'm going to say math dot absolute I'm going to call. I will give for example minus 10. So absolute always takes the plus 10. Okay, absolute will not take the negative, so it's going to take as a plus value. I'm executing this program, we will find the absolute with the 10. The negative will be taken to the positive. That is the absolute method going to do. So in the same way I will do for the other method too. So next is ceiling. So ceiling method will always go for round up the value. Okay, I will say math dot ceiling. Okay, for example I say 10.1 I say. Okay, if you say 0.1 mean what will happen after the point you can have any number, even 0.1 to 0.9, it will be taken to the whole number to the upper level is now our number is 10, it will be taken to the 11. Let me check here. Even if you give 1.1, it will take it to the next level, that is 11.0. So you can give 10.1, 10.2, 10 up to 10.9, no worries. You give point with one value, then what will happen, it will take it to the next level. That is the ceiling. The next is floor. I will use the flooring. Floor always down the value. Okay, so if I am going to call floor of the same, what will happen, whatsoever the fraction, even you can say 0.1 to 0.9, it will be taken to the down mean it is going to keep it up as it is as 10. 10.0 will be there. It can be 0.1 or 0.9, it will be as it is as 10. Let me give you the value to 0.9. So same 10 will be maintained. This is down value. So that's the difference between this ceiling and flooring. Okay, round up, round down. Okay, so next one is maximum, minimum. Okay, I'll go for the same, like I will say I'll change it to max. Of two numbers I'm going to find. I'm going to give two numbers. I will add the method as max. Okay, I will give 10, 20. Okay, what is the maximum number is 20. So whatever the maximum value, larger value will be returned by this method. The same way we can also go for minimum. I will go for minimum. Min of, we are going to change the method. Okay, we are going to change the method to minimum. So what is the minimum? Now it is 10. Minimum is 10. And then what other methods are there? We can go for power. So in the power we are going to give the exponent value. So I will change it to this is power. Okay, so power of the value. So we will say power 2, power 2. 2 power 2 is 4. Okay, for example, so a small number I am checking, 2 power 2 is 4. Okay, if you are going to say 2 power 3, so 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8 will be there. So 8 is there. So in that way we can go and call the power method. And so this is 2 is the base value, 3 is the exponent value, you know. Next is you can go for the square root of value. A square root of for example I am saying 25. Square root of 25 is 5, right? SQRT square root of 25 is a 5. So square root of any value we can find. Next is there is a random number. So random number means it generates every time different answers. Okay, it will give between 0 to 1. Okay, so a random of, I will say I'll put math dot random. Okay, no argument in this. Okay, I'll put 2 times, for example. I'll put 2 times or 3 times. We will find 3 different values for all the random. See, random 0.27 is there, 0.97 is there, 0.15 is there. So every time it is producing different values. So that is a random method work. Okay, every time it returns a different value that will be between 0 to 1. Okay, these are the methods, important methods that are available in the math class. And thank you very much for watching this video.